Hi everyone, Mantic Mystic Messages here with a reading for Aries. Oh, we already have a card out, Aries. Harmony, find your balance. This is a timeless reading, although you may find it resonates for June, July. Probably July, actually, since it's like the end of June. But yeah, let's see what else we have. Oh, two more. Imperfection, accept the things the way they are, and communication 7, share and receive knowledge. I don't know. I don't know about that, accepting things the way they are. But I do get that there's like, it can be beneficial to surrender to certain things. Um, Maybe it's like realizing too that we can't control the words and actions of others. And none of us are perfect beings. So maybe there's a little something there. I don't know, but let's see what else we get for you. Clarity, card 47, foster self-awareness. All right, so Cancerian season is here. Happy birthday if you're a Cancer sun. Let's use the Dark Mansion Tarot. Get right into it. See what we have for you. What kinds of things you can expect. All right. Let's see. And thanks to all my subscribers. I appreciate you. I have quite a number of Aries subscribers here, so thank you. Okay. You have 3 of Wands. What do you know? We start a reading with some fiery energy. That's you. Now you notice the signs are not labeled. Okay. It's like, I think it's for you to decide, right? You decide where you want to go. You decide where your harmony really lies. 3 of Wands is the card where, they've chartered the ships. You have the High Priestess and the 5 of Pentacles. When it comes to somebody close to you, I'm just going to say you need to use your intuition on that, because there is something coming in here where I feel as though it could even be someone who like talks down to you or someone who has put you down. I'm just going to tell you, you need to put them in their place maybe. But it's like one of those months where you're going to really want to keep your, pick your battles wisely and be kind of strategic. So you may just be like, I know what I know, and that's all I need to know. As far as, you're that High Priestess. Sometimes it's enough that we know. We don't necessarily have to even have communication about it, because nothing's going to change your mind once you know something deep down, right? Or once even someone reveals their true colors. Focus on your strengths too with this, and realize that all hope is not lost with a certain situation. I am feeling that and hearing that. I'm also hearing like the name Helen or Helena. So there is that coming in. Oh, you have the Sun card. All right. So Leo energy coming in with that Sun. We are about to enter, we'll enter Leo season, at the end of July, but so that will happen this month. We have clarity here, and it says, and then you have the Sun. So it's like clarity is, the Sun brings clarity by shining a light on everything, right? In total awareness. So I feel like you're being made aware of a certain situation, and you're maybe coming to terms with it, to some degree. The Sun can bring new life, new vitality. And I feel like it's time for you to put a lot of good energy into yourself, right? Into yourself. And the name Foster could mean something. Oh, and then I just heard Bananas Foster. Actually, I've heard the name Foster a few times, but wasn't thinking of that. So I don't know if that could be relevant to you in some way. I know I get randomly specific messages. So I just saw 333. Maybe that's a number you've been seeing. That is a sign of blessings and also protection. So you have the 4 of Cups here. I just feel like some of you are like, you don't know if something's even worth it anymore. It's kind of like I'm getting this why bother kind of energy. So that's why you could be feeling as though you're kind of having to accept things the way they are with a certain person, situation. They just may not be good at sharing or opening up either. So I have the Magician card here. You're in this prime time to manifest whatever it is you're hoping to manifest. This is about maybe taking a closer look at something too. Be proud of how far you've come. There's a lot of I'm getting a lot of pressure rising. I mean, I feel like the Earth's really pressurized right now, and you're seeing a lot of storms and things, a lot of seismic activity and underwater volcanoes and all that stuff coming up. But there is this I feel as though there's almost this pressure from within also coming in, or you're feeling the energies of the world right now. But whatever it is, it's really important that you don't take on the full weight of the world. Okay, just do what you can for you and your world. Do whatever you want. Obviously, get involved in whatever you want to get involved. That's not what I'm going for. I'm saying it's important to realize that what's not yours is not yours to carry. You don't have to carry that burden or that load, or and maybe for some of you too, you need to know that there is some support. And I feel like a lot of you maybe have a hard time accepting support. um, um, and the Five of Pentacles is here to remind us that, like, you know it, support is just like an ask away. In other words, like, just we ask for support, or there could be someone coming in that you just wouldn't expect to lend a hand, and that could be happening. It could be as simple as you're raking leaves in your lawn and your neighbor comes over and is like, hey, you want to use my wheelbarrow? You know what I mean? It's like, so it could be something small, but it could also be something big, like maybe you're being looked at for something like a promotion even too. So, oh wow, there it is. Yeah, this is, as I said, a great time for you manifesting what it is you want. It's a good time for you to be sharing and receiving knowledge. Wherever your attention grows, well, interesting, wherever your attention goes, that's what will grow. Here with the Empress card, Libra energy. Libra being your opposite on the zodiac wheel here. So let's see. Taurus energy too. But oh yeah, Queen of Cups here coming in underneath that sun. Nice balance here of water and fire um, and even air. Yeah, you basically have almost everybody here. Yeah, you have Earth too. Okay, so Queen of Cups, really tapped in, tuned into your intuition. I feel as though a lot of us are feeling super intuitive right now, getting a lot of intuitive downloads, really feeling maybe connected to water too, or maybe there's something going on with water. I know there's a lot of like storms and things happening. And as I said, like underwater activity and just a lot of things feeling like pretty pressurized. But the Queen of Cups, like no matter what's going on around her, she doesn't get thrown off that throne. She didn't make it to queen just by chance. Like she worked for it, and there's something here about you. Again, like back to that High Priestess, you know what you know, and like that's good enough. And just know the answers that you seek are already within. Like it's already happening. So I feel like there could be this time period where, like, we're more looking within ourselves for answers. Oh, you also, what was that? What was that? It's oh yeah, okay. Ace of Cups. You have the Seven of Cups and the Ace of Cups. You may have several choices, but there's only one that's really going to make you truly happy, and a lot of you know what it is. But it may seem big. It may seem insurmountable. It may seem like unachievable. But with the cards you have, I would encourage you to go for it. Make the impossible possible. The impossible is possible. That's what it feels like in this reading. And also like being like content with where you are with something. And I'm not saying settle. No way. I would never say that. I'm saying though that it's like kind of being like happy with what you do know. Again, I just keep getting this information about you don't need to prove anything to anybody. It's like, as long as you're being your authentic self, like you're speaking your truth, and you're it's like some people like go through life where they're like trying to find themselves, and I feel like you have found yourself already, and you know that. And like that's why I feel like for a lot of you, possibly you could be your own biggest like guide, I guess you could say. I mean, your own consultant, like you know what I mean? Like you can I keep saying, you know what I mean, as though you're going to answer me back. But I feel as though, because this Ace of Cups is so intuitive, and it has a dragonfly next to it, and it's like you are the light. Like you already have, as long as you don't let that fire within you dissipate, you're going to be okay. All right, so that's what it feels like. Like keep that inner fire alive. Whatever you have to do, breathe new life into it. If there's a dream or something that you just know you're meant to do, again, you don't have to prove it to anybody else that something's worth your attention or time. It could be a relationship, it could be a project, a job, it could be anything, any area of your life you want to dive into. You don't need to prove to anybody your opinion, your what you don't, and you know that. And I just feel like for some of you who came to this reading, and just some of you need to know that. I'm getting a lot of like crown activation right now, and I just saw the word Taurus in front of me. So I don't know if you're dealing with like sorry, but Taurus, but some Taurus, they're notoriously stubborn. But yeah, you could just be dealing with a stubborn energy, or maybe you're on that cusp even yourself of the Taurus, Aries Taurus. But yeah, there's something here about like maybe use that stubborn, well, they say Aries can be stubborn too. You're the ram, right? But use that stubbornness about yourself that strength to achieve what you want, you know, because like you don't back down. You know, there's something here about not backing down. Sorry, I keep saying I don't know what I don't know what's going on with that. Okay, you have Two of Swords here. Yeah, some of you are really wondering. Like I said, with that Four of Cups, like, is it really worth it? I mean, it's kind of like, is it? But they're really tuning in, tapping into their intuition, and make this big decision. You have 2, 3, 4. Actually, you have 1, 2 because you have harmony. So there's 12. So I'll show you the card here. See, it says 1, 2, 12 on it. So you have 1, 2. Then you have 3 of Wands, 4 of Cups. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you have 2. There's something here about like, don't backtrack. You don't need to be. There's also something too about choosing sides. Like that could actually suck out a lot of your energy, and you don't want to be doing that. Again, it's like kind of like a choose your battles wisely energy for the whole month of July for really everybody. And I think it's just tapping into your true power. Oh, goodness. Okay, so you have the moon card here, just in time for Cancer season. Speaking of the moons, we have a Capricorn moon on July 10th, full moon. And then we have a new moon in Leo on the 24th. So that's, it'll be Leo season then. So there's, it's fiery, so that's good for you because you're a fire sign. We'll be moving into another fire sign. So, you could feel like a little swept away by your emotions, or that people around you are very, just everything seems very inflammatory right now. And in fact, kind of is, on a world stage anyway. And you could just be feeling as though there's this something about not getting swept away by fear and emotion, and just kind of keeping that centered outlook, and that, again, that what you know, because you're incredibly intuitive right now. I cannot stress that enough. Okay, everybody is right now, but I feel like you're one of the signs. It's like, for whatever reason, maybe you didn't think you were a very intuitive person before, but if you didn't, now you're going to know you are absolutely intuitive, and you have this like inner knowing. And what's great about you is you also have this inner fire that goes with it, so you can actually put something into action. Okay, with that moon card, it's like facing any sort of fear, anxiety. It's like you see how they're doing. They're like they literally are holding the river. They're like, no, I'm taking charge here. So maybe you're feeling as though you need to take charge of a certain situation that's causing a lot of anxiety or emotion or fear or whatever it is. All right. And you also have the 3 of Cups. There will be celebration and joy for some of you in the month of July. Believe it or not, some of you may not believe that yet, but there's new friendship, there's new community, there's actually new happiness and hope. That could be connected to that Ace of Cups, which I didn't talk much about because it feels very tied to that 7 of Cups. And it's kind of like there's only one, maybe it's person, job, outcome that it's kind of like you have like your sights set on that. And it feel like, well, I didn't get any cards of like, go away from that. So I'm getting that, like, stay, like, get focused on it, and you will. And if you had like 2 of Pentacles or a card of focus, that'd be good. Actually, you have the Magician, and that's a card of focus too. So then you have the Devil card here. So I feel for some of you, it's going to be, again, like I said, Capricorn full moon on July 10th. So something around the 10th could really, something around that full moon, I think, could really be trying to, like, again, what I'm hearing intuitively right now, or clairaudiently, is siphon your energy. So someone or something is almost being like this energy vampire, if you will. Okay. So it's important not to let anything like latch onto you, and for you not to be latching onto old patterns and bad habits. Okay. It could be tempting this week or this month. You have the Queen of Pentacles here, and this is about knowing how to invest your resources wisely and being practical about something, taking care of, yourself, okay, your temple, your body, taking care of practical matters. Security could be a real focus this month, and just things of a domestic nature of things at home, in creating some practical, some simple pleasures. Okay, tuning into simple pleasures, making time for joy. And you have the Queen of Pentacles on top of the Empress card, so making sure that just you realize that this is actually an abundant period for you, despite whatever else is going on. You also have this King of Swords. This is about having that discipline, though, that knowing you're that authority in your life, control. You have control over yourself. So yeah, exercising good self-control. Focus, again, sticking to the truth, using your judgment and having strategic thought. Okay, merely thinking it through. You have the 10 of Wands. Some of you really are letting go of that burden, whatever that devil energy has been for you, whatever's making you feel unsafe or threatened in some way. It could be that you're putting that down, actually. You're letting that go. It's like some of you are facing your fear. You also have the 12, the Hanged Man here. Number 12, I do feel 1212 is important for people right now, and that's about manifesting your dreams. 1212 is coming to me as a number that's important. And so the Hanged Man is like getting that clear perspective here. You're about to leap forward, but before you do that, you may want to get clear. And if there is a pause and you're wanting to leap forward, it's because there's something in the environment or something going on that you did not quite see yet. Okay, so sometimes I think there's a book or something or mindset, The Power of Pause. And I believe that. That is something that came to me on my own before I knew there was a book or something. So I think it's a book. I don't know. But anyway, that's about, yeah, again, it's just interesting to hang out or hang on for a little while with something. But it's so you can get that ultimate wisdom, okay, before you, move forward. And you may be feeling challenged too when it comes to an achievement even, but you have 1111 here. It's going to happen in divine timing. So when we have the 11, I say it's the 1111 card because you have the 2 wands and then you have the 2 wands in this deck and in like all the other decks, almost all the other decks. So this can be commitment, achievement, celebration, yes. But I feel as though what's key about this card is we need to remember it comes in its own time. Okay, it comes in divine timing. Yes, you can take actions towards it. Yes, you can be doing things to, make it more likely to happen. But ultimately, depending on your beliefs, but ultimately, I believe that there is this divine order to things to some degree, at least. Okay. So let's see what else we have for you. Let's get some bird oracle cards for you. I wanted to get out the ocean and the bird and all that for July. I'm in the northern hemisphere, East Coast, so it is definitely summer here. And thank goodness. Okay. Oh, you have nest, safety, and security. So give space to your desires and visions. You are protected and looked after. I already told you you're looked out. You're protected. Okay. And so this also, like I said, this is about you having your own desires and visions and like knowing that that's good enough and that, the corny saying there, if you can dream it, you can achieve it. That is absolutely true. There's that, again, if it's that like fire within you that's going to actually make this happen. Okay, you have buzzard here, vigilance and inner balance. This is awareness, power of vision, and vigilance, paving your way to greater domains. Again, use that inner fire. Let's get you a sacred geometry card. If you enjoy this video, please do like the video, subscribe. I'd appreciate it. And it's going to help the video be noticed by other people who may benefit from this message. And you have ancient sound frequencies, card 1, rebalance energy, frequency, and vibration. You could be finding things like even some of you may be attracted to drumming. I was picking up on that just now clairvoyantly. And I would say, music, sounds. You could find that you're more sensitive to things like sound and vibration. There's something too, again, about you being tuned into the collective frequencies and like maybe being super sensitive to energy more so than you have been. Okay, so just be mindful of that. Implement strategies that keep you feeling safe, centered, grounded. Okay, let's see what else we have for you. Let's get a numbers card for you. What do we have for Aries? Sign of transformation, 555. So this is about you expecting the unexpected. Expect the unexpected. Prepare, have a plan B, plan B, C, D. All right, let's get some animal healing cards for you. I did a July 2025 forecast this week, so you may want to check that out. I just posted it like 6 days ago or something. I guess it was last week technically. Okay, so you have, quantum mechanics, Kingfisher card 6, Earth Star Chakra. It's time for a quantum leap. Let go of fear and don't hesitate for too long when a golden opportunity presents itself. And you have not so golden opportunity. It's like you have this nest here, and I feel like that's like a golden egg of opportunity. It's one that you sense within. It's not even necessarily here yet, but I feel like you're drawn to something that is going to be. I just heard a big payout, big payoff. It's going to be worth your time and effort. You will see, and you also have the Ace of Cups, and I feel like that, in fact, is also there. It is your golden opportunity, your golden ticket, your golden opportunity. There is something here. You are going to be able to achieve something that you thought was impossible. It's the impossible becoming possible. You also have feeling nature, card 24, Badger, solar plexus chakra. So reconnect with nature, reconnect with yourself. Again, there's something that okay? What you are truly feeling deep in, what are you truly feeling deep inside? Feeling opens the door to healing. Again, some of you might be like kind of surprised at how much you're feeling right now. And welcome to my world. No, sorry. I have so much water in my chart. All right. Okay. And we have Coyote here, card 31. Stillness, throat chakra. Take some time to rest and reconnect with your inner voice. My goodness, Aries, how many times is this reading going to tell you? Connect with your inner voice. Be still and listen. What is your inner wisdom revealing to you? This is incredible. I just keep getting told like over and over, right? One more. Oh my goodness. Chaos Magic, Scarab Beetle, card 50, Soul Star Chakra. What appears to be falling apart is actually falling into place. New life emerges from seeming chaos. Trust in divine order and timing. As I said, divine timing and divine order. I literally said those words, and now it's on your card, your final card of the reading. Trust in divine timing and divine order. And also, again, know what you know. Be still, listen. What are you getting from within? That's what you can count on the most. That is your true, that's your truth. That's your, that's your truth, only yours, right? Okay. So, I would say, the July 2025 reading, there's going to be a lot of messages in there for you. And it's actually, I gave a lot of like predictions for basically kind of on the world stage without going into politics in depth or anything like that. I try to stay away from that, but you may want to check that reading out. I'll put it on the end screen of this video so you could just click right on it if you're interested. And so I would check that out if I were really anybody. I just feel like there's a lot in there. There's some really good messages, not just because I did the video. It's that I know how it came about and I know how I felt, and it was like, I believe in it. I do believe in that reading. Not that I don't believe in any others, I do, but there's just something really important about July that I feel like we should be tuning into. I also, on the timer, I saw 2222. It's in fact another synchronicity that came through actually that was a Libra reading I did on my other channel. If you have Libra in your chart, and actually because it's the opposite of you on the zodiac wheel, you may want to check out that channel. My second channel, my main channel, the original channel, is actually Schoolhouse Intuitive. I read for Libras there, but I did a 2025 reading, July 2025 there a week ago, and I would, not even maybe 5 days ago, and you may want to check that one out as well, just because there were a lot of messages in there too. So it's like between that channel and this channel, I've done 2 July 25 forecasts. You may be getting some good messages in there because there are some synchronicities within your reading, including these 2 cards right here, Chaos Magic and 2222, find balance and harmony and maintain your balance with positivity. That's what I have for you. I really do hope this helps you. Please do let me know. Drop a like. I'd appreciate it. And thank you so much to all of you who have subscribed. I appreciate you. And I'm wishing you the best possible July you can have. Thank you.